Welcome back to Crafty With It, or welcome if you're new. Today is Vlogmas Day 6. You don't need my fingers, but I thought it was kind of funny. Today I need to make some more ceramic ornaments for my craft show. I actually sold quite a few of the dog ornaments that I made at my last craft show, so I need to replace those. So I'm going to bring you along with how I do it. I used Cricut to make these. I'm going to sublimate them onto a ceramic round ornament. So I need to make sure that they're the correct size. So they're 3x3 ornament. Well, 2x7.5 ornaments. So you want them just a tad bit bigger than the ornament. And I can fit several on the page. The first thing I'm going to do is verify they're the right size for the ornaments. I'll show you how to upload one. Okay, so we're in the Word document. This is where we are going to change or upload. I'm going to open a new one and go through it with you. I did go through it with you when I did the tumblers, but I don't expect you to go back and watch another video just to see how it is. Okay, so we got a new page. We're going to go to layout at the top bar. Then we're going to go to margins. We're going to click on margins. We're going to scroll down to custom margins. And then we're going to take where it says the 1, 1, 1, and we're going to switch them to 0. We can do 0, tab, 0, tab, 0, tab, 0, tab. And then we're going to hit OK. We will get an error message that comes up that tells us that we need to fix it. We're going to fix it because it brings us down to the smallest size that we can go, is the 0.12, 0.12. With this one, typically I would hit landscape for tumblers, but because we're doing ceramic ornaments, we're going to make sure we keep the portrait and then press OK. So now we have a blank page with our margins very small. So we're going to be able to fit as much as possible on the page. So then we're going to go to insert, because we're going to insert a picture. And then we want to go to picture from this device. So I am going to go to my desktop, my Cricut. I want to say that I already put them in a folder for ceramic ornaments. Maybe round ornaments. Round Christmas ornaments. And then I want the dog. I'm actually going to switch this so it's not just one line. I'm going to switch it to extra large icons, and it allows me to see what's inside each folder. Make sure this ain't it. Nothing's in that folder. Nope, that one's not either. Sometimes it takes you a minute. Ooh, I get kitty cat ones. Those are cute, but that's not what I'm looking for. So I guess I could do one just to show you guys. So I'm going to insert the kitty cat. Okay, so right now he's huge. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to bring this down to 3 inches. So we'll go up into the upper right hand corner under height. We're going to hit 3 and tab. And it will take both of them down to 3 inches. So now notice I can't move it as I'm trying to move it. We're going to use this little box right here. we're going to switch it to unfix because we don't want it fixed, and then we're going to exit out. And now I can move it wherever I want on the page. Sorry if I just made you dizzy. Okay, so we want another image. I just copy and paste this. That way I don't have to keep changing the image size. And then just insert. Okay, we'll do this kitty. And then we'll just double click on the cat and make sure at the top right hand side the image is 3 inches. And you can just keep going down the page. But for sake of a quick video, I am going to hit File, Print. I'm not going to print this one on my sublimation printer as of yet because I want to make sure, and you're always going to want to make sure that the size of your ornaments are correct. That way, one, you're not wasting your sublimation paper and sublimation ink. This way we can print it out on our regular printer and line up the ornament. So I'm going to hit print because I don't have to worry about the properties or anything like that because it's just going on my regular printer. And then I will take you over back. Okay, here is my printed image, that's regular paper off my regular printer. And now we're going to take a ceramic ornament and I'm going to match it to see if it fits. We don't want it too small and we don't want it too large. So I don't know if you can see that. See if it shows through. I got my ornament. And it's looking pretty good. It fits onto the ornament perfectly. So now we'll go over to the next one and do the same thing. And it fits onto the ornament perfectly. So at this point, because it fits onto the ornament, we would print these out on our sublimation printer. Make sure that we mirror the image. I typically mirror it on my sublimation printer because we're using the Word document. Once those print out, we divide them up. Divide them up, and then we will put them on our ornaments to sublimate. And I'll show you that after they get all printed. Hi everybody, it is much later. I had to go to work, which I work out of my home, so for my 9 to 5 job. Well, technically 8:30 to 5 because we don't get paid for our lunch break. But I am printing out the puppies right now. You do have to mirror them. So we're going to need the puppies, which I'll be cutting in a minute. You're going to need your butcher paper. I get mine from Sam's Club. I get a big roll. There's my butcher paper. And I just cut it down to size. That way I'm not using huge sheets because you really don't need a big sheet for these. But you're going to place this on top and bottom of the ornament. And then you're also going to need a cushion or a heat pad, Teflon pad that's got cushion in it. You set your press to 385 for 120 minutes. And if you're like me, you write all your temps down. See if you can see that. And I've got them all written down everywhere. That way I can remember them. So I got my heat press going at 385 for 120 minutes. It's warming up right now. Let me put this stuff back over by it. And we are going to start cutting the puppies. Getting the ornaments out. The ornaments come in bubble wrap, And they also come with the gold elastic you can tie around them. So I'm going to get them out of the bubble wrap and get them ready to be sublimated on. Some people will take an alcohol swab and wipe each ornament. I do not. I just make sure there's no dust or anything on them prior to putting the thing on. Okay. I've got several out right now, so hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, one more tip. I do make ornaments that I put the date, the name, stuff like that on, plus images on the other side. Like personalized images, a photo or whatever, I'll put on one side, and then the name and the year on the other side. Or if it's from like a grandparent or whatever, I'll put from like Gigi, or from grandma, or from grandpa. I recommend putting the name portion on first and sublimate in that, because once you go to put a full image on the other side, you're putting this full image on the side. If you stick the tape to that full image to do the name secondary, you're going to have little marks on your ornament from where the tape was. So I recommend doing the name first, because you'll have different areas of the white that you can stick the tape on for the full picture. This is a mistake I already made. So just figured I'd help you out a little. Okay, so I got 3 sets of dogs. I know some of them didn't sell for my last one, but instead of going through all of them, I am just going to remake them all. I just used my rotary cutter. I do have all 3 of them together, because you can see through them and you can see where they're at. If they were all over the place, I would not recommend doing this with all 3. Now I'm going to cut them individually. Jade, stop. It would be one of my basset hounds. That didn't work like I wanted. So I'll just do them individually. My heat press has to warm up anyway. Okay, sorry about that. My husband called. So now I've got them all cut. I'm going to put them on the ornaments. You can technically see through if you really want to, but I just line it up. I try to line it up straight, and then I gently tape it. I don't push it to where the paper's folding up on it. And just keep going until I get my stack done.
How still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by, yet in thy dark streets shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. O holy child of Bethlehem, descend to us, we pray. Cast out our sins and enter in. Be born to us today. We hear the Christmas angels, the great glad tidings tell. Oh, come to us, abide with us, our Lord Emmanuel.
Okay, I had to step away. So that's what the text that you heard was. So I always, whenever I leave the room, I shut my heat press down and I unplug it for safety reasons. You know, because you don't want something to happen. So I come back, I start up the video, I start taping these. After I turn my press back on, I look over and I don't see the light on it. I never plugged it back in. So now I still gotta wait for the heat press to warm up. But it's probably getting there. Let's see. Oh, it's only at 158. My bad. Oh well. So we'll wait until that comes up, heats up, and I'll be back in a minute. It is now at temp. So I've got the Swing Away StarCraft 8-in-1. I'm going to get everything put on that I need. Always keep one on the bottom. I do 2 ornaments at a time. Typically you would put them on the press like this, but with these ornaments, you put them on with the paper facing down and the ornament facing up. And then you put another piece of paper over top of it and wait. I'm going to go ahead and finish the remainders up. They did turn out so cute. I'll show you. Trying to show you. And then you've got the back. That's white. And then you'll just put the gold elastic that comes with it on there. So they turned out super cute. This one's just adorable. He's pretty cute too. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up and end the video here. Please join me again by subscribing, hitting the notification bell, liking my video, and sharing it. It is greatly appreciated, and thank you for joining me for Vlogmas Day 6. Have a great night, everybody.